welcome back. And if you watched the last week or the last episode that we posted, it was about PY.
My journey.
Yep. And
Yes.
his journey from Ghana to Finland.
Finland.
And now it's going to be my journey from Italy
Yes.
to Finland. Because, yes, I was born in Italy and raised in Italy. Then I moved to Finland about 8 years ago, I believe. 2016 I moved.
2015.
2015. It was 2015.
15, yeah.
But that's when we met the first time.
Yeah. Okay,
But
so
then I officially
moved 2016.
Yeah, I
Okay,
officially
okay.
moved here like in 2016. So 9 years. Oh, damn.
Sharp.
So yeah, so I've been all 9 years here and almost 10 actually in December 2026. I will
Crazy.
be 10 years. Damn. That's a long journey. But yes, I was born in Italy, as I said earlier, and I was raised there. My experience as an Italian, because I consider myself Italian, and I consider myself as Ghanaian as well. So I have both culture. I consider myself like kind of an incubator of two cultures.
Right.
So I understand both culture. I'm pretty much into both cultures as well. So I don't really have one part that is better than the other. I'm
Similar.
exactly. But it was traumatic. I have to be sincere. My experience as Italian, as a black Italian, is pretty traumatic, as probably 99% of the black Italians that you will meet in your life will say the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Because Italy has a lot of foreigners, yes.
Yes. True.
But the openness of Italians towards foreigners is a little bit different. And it comes probably because of the mass immigration issues that Italy has have. Italy has got so much immigrants coming, from the Mediterranean Sea, from Libya, Liberia, during the years and stuff. Europe basically left Italy alone with immigration, right? Where I'm not justifying the racism, of course, but what I'm saying is that there is a lot of issue with racism because of that, because then it gets associated with criminality a lot. It gets associated with everything bad is going on in Italy. It's about immigrants, but it's not. But that's kind of the kind of excuse that many parliaments use to get in power and then do whatever they want. And that's I think it's the same issue we're having in Finland.
Like they
at the
use
end of
the
day.
immigrant, okay, I'm going to help the immigrants, then they get there.
No, not
what?
helping.
Oh, they're like
use
anti.
it. You use it, yeah, they are anti-immigrants. It's like Donald Trump, they use it to get to the power and then do nothing about it. It's not like Spain, because Spain kind of actively is doing something about the immigrants by kind of taking them in, the ones that are already there, taking them in and trying to kind of, use them to work, right?
Yeah.
While Italy
It's not doing
don't
that.
really do like that. Actually, most of the time they take the immigrants and they actually or use them, but they kind of pay them really badly. So maybe €2 by working, actually, by working like in the farms and stuff like that. Like even last year, one guy died, right, because of like he was passing, like he wasn't being treated well, so he rather hung himself and passed away because of that. And there have been many other cases, but obviously it's difficult because when you don't integrate people well, of course, the culture becomes a little bit of an issue. So obviously, I'm not going to say that we are all peaceful, perfect. Obviously, there has been a lot of crime that immigration have brought as well, right? So let's say that kind of problems, which it's a big problem, have brought a lot of issues to us, which we were born there, right?
Yeah.
Which we are second generation Italians, right? My mom moved there in 92, 2 years after she had me. But start from the story. So I was born in 94 in Palermo, in a suburb of Palermo. And then at 11 months, basically, my dad took off. My dad left, took money from my mom, and he left to the US.
Oh, wow. Took money from your mom.
Yeah, he just stole like, I think, 10,000 or something like that euros, and then flee to the US with the big lie of like I'm going to do some documents and stuff, and then never saw him again.
Crazy.
Yeah. So from there until the age of about 2 years, I was just living with my mom in Palermo. Obviously, I don't remember nothing.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously.
Yeah, at that age, it's difficult to even have memory.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, you were here. Yes.
Yeah. So basically, what happened is that my mom had to move in Pordenone, which is in the northeast of Italy, so more towards like Croatia,
Oh, okay.
side kind of in Austria.
They are more nicer, or like they are more
No,
open.
they are not. That's the norther you go, I think. Well, no, Italy is kind of similar. Everywhere.
Was it because
Right?
there were a lot of Ghanaians there?
Where in the north, you
yeah.
mean? No, because there was more. Well, when my mom moved there, because she had her sister there.
Okay.
So I had my aunt there.
Okay.
So she basically had a place where to go,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then she got a pretty good job as well, well paid.
Oh, good.
So it was a good chance. But because she was going to the north, obviously, she couldn't really take me with her at that stage because she was like going through a huge change in her life. So for what I know, she debated a lot on what to do with me, right? And the choice she made basically was to bring me to Ghana. So I was in Ghana from the age of 2 to about 6 years. And for the memory I have, which I think was memories of the last year that I had in Ghana, are a little bit contradictive.
Messy.
Right? It's a little bit messy. I don't remember much, but I remember, or my body somehow felt for years that it was messy, that something bad happened that I don't know yet. Still now, I don't really know, but I feel it.
You feel it, yeah.
When I go to Ghana, every time that I go back to the places where I was, I never feel good. Right? So I rather be mostly like in where my mom built a house, or I rather just go to Accra or Kumasi, because my mom is from Konongo Dumasi, which is still part of the Ashanti region.
Yes, in Ashanti region.
Exactly.
A bit far from Kumasi.
Yeah, a little bit far. It's like 1 hour from Kumasi. But then it's like 6 hours far from Accra. So
It's on the road to Accra.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a bit of like a feeling that something went down there that I didn't like. I know that I was physically abused a lot, not rape or anything, or as I know at least, but I was physically abused
Like
a lot.
beating.
Yeah, with beatings and stuff, because I was stubborn. I was a stubborn kid. So in Ghana at that time, at least, I mean now it has come down a little bit, but at that time, if you are stubborn, you will get beatings.
Yeah, for sure.
You will get beat up.
For sure. Like that,
So,
that place.
Yeah. Like nobody's gonna stay there and look at you being stubborn. Like, or you obey, or you're.
Yeah. You regret it.
you
Like they will
understand,
beat you with belts,
Yeah.
cane,
Yeah.
sponge.
Yeah, like
anything
horrible,
that they,
horrible
doing-
stuff. Yeah.
Doing like punishment. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Because I remember, because I actually started elementary school.
Ah, okay.
Because I had 6. Because 6.
6 years,
so-
yeah. 6 years is when you go to your first
the primary school.
First
So-
day in primary, yes.
Exactly. So I think I did a couple of months, because I remember the uniform, the brown and the kind of orange kind of uniform that you have when you go to primary school. And I remember one time, I have this memory still, me kind of had to knee down and then put my hands like this, and then with a bucket.
Hey,
Yeah, with a bucket.
crazy.
You know, here.
Bucket
like-
full of what? Water or just empty ones?
Where? No. I just had to sit. It was gravel. So it was gravel. It was gravel. I had to knee on the gravel, and then I was being like beaten, like you have to do like this, like the Italian.
Yeah, then they
Then
beat you.
here they beat you with the bucket, and then I was in the gravel, and I still have that memory, but then I don't have much, because I think I was like a couple of months in the primary school,
Right.
but that was enough for me to remember how horrible primary school is for some kids. Obviously, I think you guys have better memories because it's just how the system is, right?
That's how the system is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Now it's a bit better, but still.
Yeah. So then I moved back to Italy with my mom at around 6 years old. And I started primary school in one school, actually, that was close to where my mom moved in the first time when she moved there. And I was there only for 2 years, but I was bullied in those 2 years. Like, there was these two guys who now, actually, one of them is dead. The other one is drug addict, and nobody knows where he is.
Crazy.
So it's quite a crazy kind of suburb place there. But, hey, things happen to kids, and...
Yeah.
You don't know what happened, and things happen.
Yeah, true.
So I was bullied by these two a lot, but I remember that I stood up to them quite a lot of times. But I lost 1 year of school because obviously being in Ghana in the age where you kind of develop your language skills, I had to kind of relearn Italian language. So I lost 1 year of school because of that already.
Yeah, language barrier.
And then my mom moved to a kind of a little town still in the same area. So I had to move to another school.
Right.
And that's where I kind of continue my whole Italian journey because I had the primary school there, then I had the secondary school there. And that time of my life, it was tough because that was when I was starting to understand a little bit myself. Right, and there was not foreigners in my school. We were in two.
Hey.
It was me and Renato, another guy who was adopted by an Italian couple.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a weird feeling a little bit
Yeah.
in that school, right? It was like nobody was racist to me in elementary school, so primary school. But it was kind of weird to not see nobody like me except me and him. So we became close, me and him. And I went to eat at his place. He came to me,
place, yes.
and yeah. But then I had amazing friends who are, of course, Italian, Caucasian Italians, and I think that is where my mind started to be opening, started to opening a little bit on settled things, settled thematic and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I would start to learn, how these people think, right? And then at the same time, my mom used to bring me a lot into the Ghanaian parties and stuff like that. So at that age, I'm still learning my culture as well, right? So I'm embracing my culture. I'm more with white people because my mom will go to work.
Then,
She's a single mom, right? Yep. So I will be alone. And that's one of the things I remember my mom teaching me was cooking. That's why I love cooking. I love food. So... since the age of 6, I kind of always knew how to prepare a plate of pasta, or cook a rice, because my mom will prepare like a stew, some salsa, and leave it in the fridge, right? Yeah. So I will come home, put water on, boil pasta, ready.
Rice,
just rice or whatever I want to eat, I will eat. And that's pretty much it. Sometimes I will have the babysitter as well, where she will come to pick me up, and then we will go to play with other kids and stuff like that. But it was pretty wild until my dad decided to appear again when I was 8 years old.
Daddy?
Yeah, daddy. At that time, he's still in U.S., living with a new wife and a new daughter. Only one at the moment. So my mom took me to New York, Bronx. My dad used to be in New York, which is in New Jersey. But then my mom's aunt lived in Bronx, New York. So we went there. Disgusting place. As in having rats in your home. Like you in the night. I was sleeping in the sofa, right? And then there will be, because I was scared of dark, so my mom will leave the light of the kitchen open. And I'll freaking see a rat in the kitchen. And I'm not talking about a small rat. They are big rats that I don't even know where the heck are they coming from.
Oh, the Bronx, man.
Bronx is bad, bro.
Because I know that there's a lot of Ghanaians in Bronx.
Yeah, but because it's cheap. It's cheap, bro.
Okay.
But now I don't know. But back in the days, because I'm talking about when I was 8, I'm 32 right now, so I'm talking about like
in early 2000s.
Over 20 years ago. Well,
Yeah.
not over 20 years ago.
Early
but
2000s.
It was a bit later.
Later. Okay.
Yeah, a bit later because
Okay, so
94
yeah.
well, no, early 2000 actually.
Early
2002,
2000.
2003. So,
Yeah,
you're
early
right.
2000s.
Yeah, you're right. So I went there, I got chicken pox. First thing first. Already starting to hate US in that moment. But I got better. Then I got to meet my dad. And that was a rough day because my dad didn't tell my stepmom that I was coming by. So I went by to my dad. My stepmom sees me. She started raging. Like she started throwing stuff. She started shouting. And at that moment, she's my mom, like my stepmom, bro. So, but that was my dad's fault. Like, let me say it straight. That's his fault. Like, you're freaking living with someone, with a partner. Tell them, speak with them about it. Because she knows about me. It's not that she doesn't know. But tell them that I'm coming by at least. Because this woman is fearless.
She's Ghanaian?
She's Ghanaian as well, yeah. But she's fearless. So, the neighbor called the police because she started hearing shouting and stuff. So the police comes and arrest her, obviously. So she passed one night in jail because of this. And because of this, she hates me. She has hates me basically for my whole life, right? So me being a boy who has never had a dad in his life, my mom at one point, because we were on a 3 months holiday, because in Italy in summer you have 3 months of holiday.
Wow, crazy.
So we were during the holiday. My dad basically asked me if I want to stay with them, right? Still, he hasn't talked to the wife about it. My dad. So my mom asked me, hey, so your dad has told me this. Do you really want to stay here with him? Because my mom has to leave. She has work. And I was like, yeah, well, I want to get to know him. I was 8, right? I want to get to know him. I don't know him. So, yeah, my mom leaves me there consciously knowing that will not go well because it did not go well. So first thing first, I find a school close by. Really nice school and everything. Like everyone was accepting me. Like I didn't have any bad thing. Until my stepmom comes back home and she starts treating me kind of in a fishy way, right? She will prepare food for everyone and stuff like that, and then I will have this packaged foods that
from the
I
store.
will eat. Yeah, from the stores that I can eat. I mean, I'm hungry. What can I do? I would just eat that.
That's one
right?
option.
But me being stubborn, I think those times I wanted to test my dad. That's the only explanation I will have. Because there is no explanation for what the things I've done to my dad as well, right?
Yeah.
So with my dad, let's say that he will leave some money or some juice or something somewhere. I will go take it and then drink them, or I will go take the money and like spend them somewhere, right? And he will be so pissed that he will beat me up because of that. Like he's a Ghanaian dad at the end of the day, right? He will beat me up and then nothing. So it got to a point where he was tired of me, I was tired of him. The wife was finally happy because she saw that we were not working at all. I went to school with the mind that I'm going to do something really bad so that I would attract more attention on me, right? So I went to school and I pressed, the emergency alarm
bell.
Trial. It's like a toggle, so you just have to pull it up.
Yeah.
So the whole school panicking that something is happening. We all go out, and at that time a teacher saw me, so I didn't get away with it.
One teacher saw you.
So they call my dad. My dad comes pissed, and I know the next thing I know, I'm on a plane back to my mom.
To Italy.
So I came back to Italy basically 3 months after.
Oh, okay.
So I spent 6 months.
6 months in
the
the US.
Yeah. So I went back to my mom. I continue my school. So I'm back to my school, back to my friends, and I finished my primary school pretty well. At that time, you will have the exams in fifth grade. So if you don't pass the exam in fifth grade, you will not go into into secondary school,
Okay.
which is in Finland is
Lukio.
Lukio or Ammatti. So I was lucky enough that year they canceled the rule, and they actually changed that rule to end of secondary school, so to Lukio or Ammatti, right? So to the third year, of the
High school. Senior
secondary
high school.
Yeah, or senior high school. So we didn't have it. Everyone's super happy. We skipped it, and then we go to secondary school. Secondary school was the messy part and the fun part.
Okay.
Because secondary school is the part where you start, feeling yourself.
Yeah.
Man especially starts. Women ovulates.
Yeah, true.
But men.
That's where you start having these feelings for the opposite
exactly,
sex.
right? So
it's true.
things happen. A lot of, you get to know girls, you get to have fun, you get to sports. Sports was actually something I was really good at, and I'm still good at. Like I was playing basketball, volleyball, football,
Right.
and rugby. Rugby was probably the one that I loved the most. But football was the one where I went furthest, because I was I got to play at semi-professional as well at a really young age, but because of me not having the right head, I didn't succeed at it.
As in, like, you didn't train well, or
I trained well, but I didn't always train with my full potential.
okay.
Right, because I was just not happy with football. I loved more rugby. Right, and I had to leave rugby because my mom was too scared after an injury that I had.
Okay.
So I played rugby for 4 years, and it was the best 4 years of my life. Like, it took me away from the street. It took me away from the angry kid that I was, because rugby, we all know rugby is freaking
more physical.
Exactly. So you get to get rid of your anger
Anger,
in a positive way, because it's not like you're tackling someone to hurt him. But that's where I started discovering racism as well, right? In secondary school was the place where brain kind of develops enough that you start understanding what is going on around you. So there were incidents where I was called a lot the N-word. I mean, I was in a city that is pretty small, right? So I experienced a lot of racism in secondary school, to the point that I was not comfortable as much anymore on going to school.
Right.
I completed my secondary school pretty well. I concluded I didn't lose any year. When I got to high school, that's where it got rough, because all of that experience of racism that I had into the secondary school kind of started to become a burden on me in high school. Right. Especially at the end of high school, when I had my final internship to do, which usually teachers help you to find.
Yes.
But it was so difficult for me to find an internship place because of my name and my color. Obviously, they would not know your color, like the color,
based on
like
your
your
name,
skin and ethnic background, right? But based on your name, they will kind of understand it. But backing a little bit from there, so before that part, I got suicidal at one point, because the racism was too much.
Crazy.
Was too much. I was with one Italian girl for 5 years. We broke up after I moved here, because she didn't want
long
distance relationship. And with her, it was hard, because she tried to help me as much as she could. She was there for me. I think she was probably the best person I have ever met in my life. Like, she never let me during those periods. She knew what I was going on. She tried to help me as much as she could. Her whole family was trying to help me.
They
Her
like
family
you as well?
loved me. Yeah, like, I have never really been with a person where the family really hated me, because at that point it wouldn't work for me.
Right.
So her family tried to help me as much as they could, but I was deep, bro. Like I was in the dark.
Yeah, when you get there, it's only
Yeah,
God. It's only
exactly.
God, yeah.
And I was like, I'm Italian. Like, why do I have to go through this? Like, I have not hurt nobody. I have not complained about nobody. Like, I'm literally just being myself, right? So just because you see me in one box, that doesn't mean that I'm like other people that you have seen out there. I just want people to treat me fairly, right? And that was hard because growing up with a predominantly white place and with white friends, because I had a lot of white friends,
Yes.
I couldn't understand why so much hate towards me.
Towards you, yeah.
Like, what have I done? Right? So I was like so confused at one point, and I couldn't understand what I have done to people to like have so much hate. And at home, I couldn't really talk about it because my mom wouldn't understand it,
Yeah.
obviously, because she has a totally different view
Mindset,
from the
yeah.
whole thing and the whole different mindset. So there was no help for me in that regards. Of course, I had black friends, but they have totally different mindset as well because they are more closed in the black community, and I am more closed in both communities, right? So it was rough. It was really, really rough. Like at one point, I remember one girl even came to me and was like, "You are a really beautiful guy, and you will be even better if you were white." And I'm like,
What do you mean?
I didn't ask anything at that moment because I was just like,
Shocked.
I was shocked, but at the same time, I was 15.
Yeah, so at
So
that age too, it's like,
I don't know exactly how to process
yeah,
that.
your
I don't-
emotions and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't
I'm
know.
like,
You don't know. Yeah.
What? So what am I supposed to do with this information, right? So at that point, I was just like, okay, thank you, because you still said that I'm a beautiful guy, right?
Yeah, but it's like
But
even another color.
yeah, so those are the experiences in Africa, yes, in Italy,
yeah.
that kind of took me in a totally different path when it comes to depression, right? And I never really got the right help because I asked for help in one instance when I thought that my thoughts were too deep into the suicidal mode, that I reached out to these groups. There is a support group that you can reach out to, right? So I reached out to them. They connected me with this guy that I can go to and talk with when I have some things. But I didn't feel like it was helping because the questions, the whole attitude and everything was not there.
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel like, hey, I'm here for you. Hey, I want to help you. So I always ended up leaving, and I had him many times. I took many times time with him.
Yeah.
But it
But it
didn't
didn't
help
help.
at all until the point where I got to the final year of high school, and then I experienced this thing with my teacher where he was really open to me. He was like, I'm really sorry, but I cannot find you a place because of your surname. So you need to find a place by yourself if there is any. So luckily I have had internship in this one place 2 years prior. So I just asked them if I can come back, and they were like, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Let's come back. And I was studying to become an electrician at that time, right? So yeah, so after my high school graduation, I was still stubborn because I'm Italian and I want to make it here,
Yeah.
but I couldn't find work,
Yeah. It's
right?
crazy.
So the only work I could find is to work into a factory where you are underpaid, used as hell, and then at the end of the month, there is nothing in your pocket,
Yeah. Small.
right? So then at that point, I decided to move. But to move where? I had England, Germany, and Finland as a place. So Finland because I had my mom. Germany because I had some friends there, so there will have been some connection.
Okay.
And then London, UK, because I have my cousins, I have family there. Like everyone who moved from my city is in London right
It's in
now.
London, yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah, there's a lot of
well, not
Italians in
London,
London.
but they are in UK.
In the UK, yeah, there's a
the
lot of
UK
them as well,
areas.
yeah.
Exactly. So I was like, well, I'm a mama boy, so I'm gonna move with mom because I wanted a fresh start. I don't want to go to places that I
Where
don't.
you know a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly.
there,
So I want to go to Finland. So that's where I came to Finland, and my first experience here in Finland was interesting because it was cold in all sense. Because I
Yeah.
moved here in December.
Yeah, December as
People
well,
were
yes.
cold. The weather was cold,
Yeah,
and I was feeling cold.
yeah.
So I was a bit lost at the beginning. Like it took me a full year, I think, to kind of understand.
Yeah, it will, because it's different.
Yeah, it's completely different. So that full year, I was literally trying to figure out my documentations because even though I'm Italian, I still need to have a permit to stay more than 3 months here.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out, do I want to go to uni? Do I want to work? Do I want to study the language? Yeah, so I could have studied the language, and that's what I did. I did the language actually for 3 months. I studied the language.
Intense, or it was just...
It was intensive course. So I have A1, the complete A1,
Certificate.
1.2 actually. So I have the certificates and everything. But then I needed to figure out how am I going to stay here, right?
Yes.
Because I didn't qualify to stay here and do the job thing because they have this, the one where you can study the language and then get paid, something like that.
Unemployment benefits.
Yeah, kind of something
Yeah.
like
They,
that.
so like they will take you to the finished course.
Exactly.
Then you get paid because
Yeah.
you're unemployed.
Exactly.
Like because you want to integrate to the system.
Exactly. So I wanted to do that, but for some reason I didn't qualify. And what I understood is because I'm Italian, so I'm not like a complete foreigner or something. I have no clue, but I didn't qualify.
Basically, they're telling you that Italian it's a good country.
Yeah.
You can survive there.
Exactly. So I'm like,
crazy.
guys, I'm coming here to look for work and something to integrate as well, right? But I didn't qualify. So what I did is like I went back home, stayed there, come back here, and then I figured out by myself how to do my documentation. So the first thing I did was uni. So I found a school in Hamk, so Hamelina, but then it was in Valkeakoski. Horrible experience in Valkeakoski. Like, it's a freaking small place.
Yeah, it's a small town.
Before going to Tampere. And I'm like, it was a beautiful place. Like, I mean, I really loved it because I have a house there, like an apartment with an amazing view there and everything. But it brought me back to, my times in Italy.
Yeah.
So I got anxious. I got like depressed there at some point. So I ended up leaving school and then moving back to Helsinki. I got a place actually in Metropolia as well immediately after. But I wasn't happy anymore. I wasn't happy. I didn't want to do it. I was doing it mostly because my mom wanted me to become an engineer, but I didn't want to. So at that point, I was like, Sam, what the heck do you like to do? And that's where this cooking school came around. And I'm like, I love cooking. I've been cooking since I was 6 years, right? So then I went to the cooking school. I did my everything, like the whole 2.5 years. Then Corona hit. So I actually graduated during Corona time.
Okay.
And through that, I found a lot of jobs. So I started working as a waiter, as a dishwasher, and then eventually became a chef. And that's where my whole journey as a chef started. But during that time, I've always had the passion of cameras and films. So that's where then this intensive course of filmmaking called Academy of Moving People and Images came around, and I'm like, I'm applying for it.
Okay.
And I was one of the, I believe we were 8 or 9 selected people among, I think, 30 to 50 applicants.
Okay.
So I got there. They kind of introduce you to how the film world works in Finland and in general. So you get to learn everything about filmmaking, from script writing to editing, directing, acting, and everything. Right. So I did that. and that kind of gave me the openness, the kind of opened me the doors to filmmaking as well.
Yeah.
So that's where kind of my passion for filmmaking, video making, content creation, and
All
cooking
comes
kind
from.
of all comes from. All the things that comes from there, I kind of got them in Finland, and that's why I'm attached to Finland as well,
Yeah,
right? Because
the not foundations, but then it's like your adulthood foundations are
exactly,
here.
it's in Finland.
Yeah, you have
right?
kids.
Exactly. So I'm so thankful to Finland because Finland gave me these opportunities. Of course, people gave me these opportunities, but Finland itself gave me these opportunities that I don't think in Italy I would have ever got in the place I was. And so I'm thankful to Finland, but it has been rough as well, right? Because the color of my skin matters as well,
Yeah.
right? So there have been doors that have been shuttered on my face. Like I remember examples of me working in the kitchen and then clients coming in, seeing me behind the counter, and then turning and leaving, right? So when people say that racism does not exist,
It does. It does.
bro, it does.
It does.
And you should ask to people like me who are especially born in one country where it doesn't even recognize you,
Yeah.
right, as a part of it.
Yeah.
So racism exists and it's hard to fight, right? Especially as a person like me who is, I'm a really peaceful guy. I'm not going to create any unpleasant or chaos or everything, but I'm always put in that category of like, oh, you're black, so you might create some
That's
issues,
annoying. That's
right?
annoying. It's very
But
annoying.
one thing that I will always ask is like, just give us the chance to actually prove you wrong.
Yeah.
Even though we don't need to prove you wrong, but give us the chance to
do
prove
it.
you that we are not the same,
Yeah.
right? Like there are many of us. Not that I'm saying that immigrants or black people are bad. Obviously, we all commit crimes. White, black, yellow, orange, green, whatever your color of your
Yeah.
skin is, we all commit bad things. But for us to be always in that category of like, you are going to be a criminal, you have to be a criminal, there is no chance that you can
Yeah.
be good at something, it's so bad.
Yeah, it's so sad. It's so
sad and so bad.
sad.
But I'm happy because the generation is changing. I've seen so many
Change.
young people here in Finland, especially, that are changing that, and I'm so proud of those people because now we see politicians who are actually born and raised here, of like 19 years old, for example.
Yeah.
And I've seen one growing actually and becoming a politician right now. Like I've seen her, she was like 5 years old.
The Ghanaian girl.
Yeah, the one that actually is here in Vanta as well.
Yeah,
her.
Yeah, the Ghanaian girl.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, she's too. Yeah,
I
saw,
was like, I
saw
saw
her.
you as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, and I was so proud.
Yeah,
you know.
they are changing the narrative, and I
Exactly.
think it's good to change it. But see, with these things is a system. So a system, breaking that system is going to be hard. But I mean, it's good to try. There's no harm in trying.
Yeah.
We are all trying. Even when it comes to my field as well, like nursing right now, worldwide,
Yeah.
nurses are like being given the opportunities. But before it wasn't like that as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
So it will take time, but we will still get there.
Exactly. So yeah, that's kind of my experience, I will guess, and I will say, and I eventually want to move to Ghana. I mean, I was about to move to Ghana. I mean, the plan was to move to Ghana last year with my now ex-partner.
Yeah.
Because I was 7 years with this girl, and we have two kids as well.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the two kids, I think I would have already moved to Ghana by myself.
Right.
As well, because I wanted to open business or go to see a little bit here and there, because I think Ghana's air will be good for me. Every time I've been to Ghana, if I'm not in those places that creates me anxiety, I feel good.
Calm,
bro.
yeah.
I feel calm. I feel relaxed. I feel
that's
safe.
the end goal. That's the
Yeah.
goal to. It's not like we are coming to here, like we are here to work, then.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
That is home, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole
home.
thing. I wasn't even born there. But
Yeah.
I feel like it's home.
That
for
is
me.
home, bro.
It's
That is
to
home.
me. So that's the whole thing. And especially after I started therapy as well, because I've been in therapy since we broke up. So I think 6 months ago,
Okay.
something like that, right? And then I went back to the gym and everything. So I am getting way better and stronger. Work wise, that's a good question mark, because I think it's really hard for everyone right now to
in Finland.
kind of find stable
Right
work.
now is it's like a very sticky situation right now.
Yeah.
Because I think Finland is one of the
No, it's the top.
is
now.
is the
In
top like when
Europe.
it comes to unemployment. Yeah, it's very
yeah.
like the topmost
Yep,
country
yep.
in Europe.
In
That's
Europe,
crazy. Who ever imagined that Finland is going to be like this?
Yeah, like when
Nobody.
I moved here, Finland was prosperous. Like
Finland has
was
always been like
yeah
gradually
yeah.
like going to the top,
Yeah.
but right now it's like it's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough. People are not
really,
getting
really
jobs.
at all.
I have friends who are not getting jobs.
Yeah,
So
and they
it's
speak
like-
Finnish and everything.
Yeah.
So that's where I believe that when it comes to ethnic background or immigration background, yes, maybe we will have less opportunities, because obviously they will still prefer someone who is probably light skin color before you, but it's hard for everyone. And
Right now it's hard for everyone, even the Finns.
Yeah.
It's hard for them.
Yeah. And I've read so many articles, because I love news, and people keep saying, "Oh, all of this situation is because of immigrants," and I'm like, how did this situation become like an immigration issue? Like, it doesn't
It's not.
exist. Like,
Because
the problem we have
all
here.
the foreigners or immigrants that I know,
Yeah.
most of them are working. Or
Yeah.
if not everybody is working, most of them are working. They're
Exactly.
contributing to the system.
Yeah, we pay taxes
Bro.
and everything. There are a bunch of immigrants, of course, that of course are using the system
The
as well.
manipulation, yeah.
Obviously, but there is a huge amount of everyone else who is doing that as well.
Yeah.
Right? And when we talk about immigrants, we are not talking about only black people,
Yeah.
which many people associate immigrant only to
With- to-
Somalis,
yeah.
blacks. Well, Somalis are blacks, depending which Somali you're speaking with. But they always categorize like blacks and people of color as like only immigrants. But
Foreigners, immigrants.
exactly, we're talking
yeah.
about Estonians, Russians, Ukrainians, like everyone. Italians
yeah.
themselves, like the Caucasian Italians, So yeah, so this is somehow my story. I haven't said everything, but I think it's better
In a nutshell.
Yeah, in a nutshell. So
Yeah, this is good, man.
Yeah.
It's good. Some insights, some new things I've heard about you. That it's good to share these things, and well, I hope you guys like it, and then because we is at least for me it's my first time doing this thing, and also opening up is a very big thing as well. Very big, especially to put it on the internet.
Yep,
It's not a very small thing.
Yeah,
It's like
no.
you need to be courageous, you need to be bold, because there are a lot of people that are gonna watch the video
Yep,
who will have their different opinions. That's fine.
judgments.
Your opinions, keep it to yourself. Not keep it to yourself, but
Just be respectful.
respectful. About them, because whatever you comment, we might see them or we will see them, and we don't want to be reading any comment that will be like bring you down.
Yeah, so basically constructive comments, right?
Improvement.
Just like, I think that's one thing that we would love to do more. If we are sharing a comment, or like you want to say something, it would be nice if it's like constructive, right? So to help uplift someone. It can be a bad comment, right? But then make it constructive.
Yeah.
Don't just...
We should learn something from the comments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like not spit out for the sake of spitting out something, right? So that's something that we would like our community to be, even though it's still the beginning, so our community will probably not be that big. But I think every view counts. Even 1 to 2, 3 people, for us, it's good.
At least somebody saw the video,
Yeah, so we are not really going through the views. We are not
No. We just right now
aiming
just
to that, right? This is more for us as well.
Yeah.
Right. So So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and the next episode are gonna be even more interesting. So
Yeah.
consider subscribing, liking, and following our
Comment.
journey. And we are gonna see you in the next one. Take good care of yourself.
Peace.